Well, didn't expect to be doing an autopsy quite this quickly. I thought this one was going to survive out there in the grass. Right, what can we have a look at? Turn it off, I suppose. Right, I'm going to get my glasses on so we can have a closer look at that circuit board. There's nothing obviously burnt out. I wonder if I've just killed the motor itself. Get a meter and do some measuring. So it looks like it's actually the motor itself that I've killed, not the transmitter, not the receiver. Well, that's good. Because it'll be easier to replace the motor than it will the transmitter, receiver. Keep saying that, don't I? Yeah, it's not very happy. I have to give it a turn to get it to start moving. Okay, I'll put that back together and then we'll have a look at the motor. I've taken the wheel off so we can see the motor a bit easier. I wonder if that'll just pull out or whether it's screwed in on the other side. It feels like that's screwed in. That's annoying. I have to take the gearbox apart to get it out then. Yeah, I think it's screwed in. Let's take this little bit off. screw back in again so we don't lose it. Go on in. Right, okay, so we want to get to the motor. Is that going to split apart without us taking the whole thing out? I've got a nasty feeling we've got to take it right out from there. See, it screws down under there. So they just unclip. Yeah, they just unclip. Now we can get this out. So we can split the gearbox. Just before I do that, switch it back on again. Just checking whether the motor had mysteriously fixed itself. Because I could just have a look at the brushes. That's possibly what I've done. I may have burnt out the brushes. I'll take it right out. That was plan A, so we'll finish plan A. How many bits and pieces have we got? Not very many. Main shaft, middle gear, and then the motor. won't start on its own, I've got to move it. Yeah, it doesn't sound very happy at all, does it? So that is what we have to replace. Yeah, right. We'll have to have a look, see what we can find. Well, I've put it all back together just to make sure I don't lose any of the bits and pieces. And I made details of the motor, so I have to see if we can find a replacement. Just a quick footnote to the video. I've spent quite a bit of time now online trying to find a replacement motor and completely failed. So we've got three choices. One, somebody watching this video might know of a source of replacement motors and they can leave me a comment. Two, we can do a fairly substantial modification so we can fit a different shaped motor in there, because remember this is one of those ones with the flat sides on it. So most of the hobby grade brushed motors are cylinder shaped and they won't fit straight into the hole there, so we'll have to cut it out to get it to fit in there. And then the third option is I take the motor apart and rewind the windings, because I think what it is, one of the windings is burnt out. I don't think it's the brushes, I think it's actually one of the windings. So when you get it spinning, the fact it's only got 2 out of the 3 windings working is enough to keep it running, but it hasn't got all 3 there, so it won't actually start unless you give it a bit of a spin to get it going. At least that's what I think it is. So if you know of a source for those motors, leave me a comment. Other than that, it's either hack it about to put a cylinder shaped motor in there, or take the motor apart and rewind it. Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. My second channel, Grandad's Other Channel, is where I put the longer videos with more detail. Then there's my Facebook page, and you can follow me on Twitter. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. And if you fancy some Grandad merchandise, I have 2 shops, one on Redbubble and the other on Cotton Cart. Finally, you can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.